Hey everyone, it's great to see you. Today I'm updating you on the duck planters. I love how they have come in. Look at how full and beautiful they are. I just am so pleased I gave them a few weeks to really come into their own. We're having some people over this weekend, and I really want things to look at their best, just like everybody does when you're showing off your garden. So there are a couple deck planters that I'm noticing seem to have little holes in them that I need to fill. This one seems to be perfect. This one has this gap right here on this side and the same thing on the other side. So I was able to get a hold of some more of the Supertunia lattes. I'm noticing that a lot of the nurseries are getting in some more of the Supertunias in those fall colors. So you might luck out like I did and find some. And because this is, I don't have time to be putting in something super small here because I want it to look good in 3 days. I'm going to just really overpack that little area. Doesn't that just look perfect? Oh, I love it. And on the opposite side, I got a hold of some pansies. So in your nurseries, you're also going to notice you have some pansies and violas coming out because just like in spring, we say these are cool weather annuals, they are for fall also. And they make great little fillers to put in if you have a little spot that you want to just make that much more full. Okay, so it's just gonna peek out the other side here. Perfect. Oh, now this planter is perfect. There's one over on the other side that I'm gonna do the same thing. So this is the other one that I'm noticing there's this bare spot in here. Now really, is anybody gonna notice except me? But I'm a garden perfectionist, what can you say? So I notice. The Supertunias, both this beautiful purple tiara blue and the Supertunia latte, they're less of a trailing type of petunia than they are mounding. So they really fill in very nicely for spots, just like this. So I think that this will be perfect. Look at how good the Creeping Jenny is doing. I just love seeing that. These have been very, very happy planters. Let's see here. Oh yeah, look at that. We're just gonna nestle it right in. Beautiful. Oh, and I did get dirt everywhere, but don't tell anybody. It's gone. Okay, I have a few other of my larger planters that need the same type of just little tweaks. Here's one of the planters that I updated recently where I had the heliotrope. And this heliotrope, it's hanging in there, but it's still looking kind of leggy. I'm gonna take off that spent blossom, take off any of the dead blossoms. And I'm noticing that there's this area here. It's the top of the Dichondra Silver Falls. And I've added dirt around it. I don't know, it's gonna look that way. So I think I'm gonna add in this little plant that can sort of take the attention away from that less than perfect part of the planter. This is a Henry the First pink. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. It's a type of aster. And now when you buy your asters and your mums, so this is like 3 or 4 days before I want it to look its very, very best. So you want some of the flowers to have cracked open and to have a lot of buds that are just showing their color. Not the real tight green buds, because those probably will take too long to bloom. But I really want this to be in its prime in 3 or 4 days. So I am going with it open a little bit and then giving it a little time. I know there's still some good life in here. With asters and mums, they bloom once, at least for me. That's what's always happened. If you get more blooms than that, you are a very, very fortunate person. You'll have to tell me your secrets. But I find that you can really count on them for one flush. And then that flush will last pretty well if you keep it well watered. But It's going to depend on your conditions of watering. Okay, I like how that gives it a little color down there because I'm not getting too much from the heliotrope. Okay, let's take a look at this planter. Oh, everyone, I am loving this Artemisia. Oh, just beautiful. He's looking a little straggly. So this one looks pretty good. These are really looking sad. So we are just going to cut them off. You know, they've had their time. Sometimes it's just time to let them go. And they probably will actually sprout from the bottom again. And yes, I'm going to leave the one tall, skinny piece of heliotrope right here. I have another Aster Henry First pink, and we're going to make this one match the other side, I think. Now, as I talk about having guests, make sure you do this a day or two ahead of time so you can come through and clean up your deck. Because if you're like me, yes, it'll leave a little to be desired. Here we go. Oh, already that looks better. And I'm looking at that. I think I can squeeze something else in here. Let's see. Okay, I grabbed yet another, whoops, I'm falling into the planter now, of these cute pansies. I think that this is just going to fill that spot a little. Well, it's looking a little dry, but that's okay. We'll get this all set. We're supposed to get rain tonight and tomorrow, so I really want to get this all set so things get watered in place. This one, I don't think it's broken. I think it's just sort of hanging down, but I don't really like it hanging down. Let's see what we can do. Let's try that. Sort of tuck them so they stay up. Yes, much better. And our kale are looking gorgeous. I love this. Let's take a peek around and see if there's any other places that we need to just add a little something. So there's also this planter that needs a little help. Unfortunately, our delivery man backed into this urn. Good thing it's one of those fiberglass urns here, nice and lightweight, and you can hit them without breaking them. But it did dump everything out. They stuffed everything back in, and somehow when that happened, we now are missing something on the side. I don't even really know what happened, why it's looking quite this bad. Well, I guess that probably was enough to make it look bad. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We are going to add in a few things here, like this extra petunia, another lemon coral sedum, and we're just filling it in so that it looks a little bit like it wasn't run over. And we'll see how it does now. I'm not sure about this. I think we're just gonna, oh, look at that. This is supposed to go like this, and then we have a little space here of something that didn't really make it. Okay, we're gonna take that out. I don't know what that was, but it's not there anymore. Sometimes that happens. And we're going to put in those cute little pansies and put back some of the dirt. Yes, that looks much better. Okay, now we're going to have to give it a little time before it looks completely itself again, but I feel like we're well on its way. I found a place that we need a couple more of our cute little petunias, and that is this urn here and this urn here. Now they're going to go up near the front door in that complete shade. And when I have people come over, that's where I'm going to put them. But I'm leaving them out here until then to get their fill of sunlight. But oh, I think a little petunia in here will just give it, sorry, pansy, not petunia, just give it a little cheerful color peeking over. Look at how cute that looks. I love it. Okay, let's do the same with the other one. And they'll just sort of peek out. To me, pansies just are very fallish and happy with that color. You know, with these hostas, the hostas are so big. You're not going to see it much, but it's peeking out really cute. So I looked around the deck. I feel like all my planters look ready now. There were no other major gaps, which means I have some extra flowers to find out what I'm going to do with them. So tune in to my next video and you will find out what projects I decide to undertake. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.